the matter of Anthony Verducci versus Michaela Thompson, file number 21-18422.
Elliot Blumberg on behalf of the plaintiff, who's appearing via Zoom from my office.
And we are here on a motion filed by Ms. Thompson. I do see that Mr. Blumberg also filed a motion regarding custody. There was also a request to address potentially the paternity of one of the children. Ms. Thompson, you're the plaintiff, so I will start with you. What is it that you are asking of the court?
I am asking for specifically parenting time to be established, and then I'm open to 50-50 custody of both children as long as Mr. Verduce stays consistent. He's been kind of in and out, and then he has also denied paternity of our daughter. So I would like to get that addressed as well.
Do you dispute that he's the father of that child?
No.
All right, thank you. Mr. Blumberg, from your perspective, where are we at?
Well, Judge, my client has acknowledged paternity. He signed an affidavit of paternity. He took a DNA test that established 99.9% that he is the father of Aviana. So that's not an issue. There has been no order establishing paternity. That's one of the requests that we're making of the court.
All right. I know at one point that child was added to this case. I guess didn't specifically establish paternity, but we will get that addressed then, since there is no parties are in agreement that he is the father of the youngest child. And then Mr. Blumberg, you're seeking to change custody or parenting time? What are you seeking to do?
Well, there is no order of custody or parenting time for Aviana. Judge Hunter denied Ms. Thompson's request for an ex parte order, and in his order, he acknowledged and pointed out there was no custody order or parenting time for Aviana. But if the parties are agreeable, we would certainly stipulate right now to a joint custody, both physical and legal custody of Aviana, with a specific parenting time for both children of a week on, week off.
This case starts with tension already in the air. The father has been inconsistent and is denying paternity, which complicates everything. Miss Thompson is clearly frustrated and seeking clarity for her daughter. The court is tasked with establishing facts and creating stability for both children. The discussion opens with motions and responses, and the Zoom appearance adds a modern courtroom dynamic. Everyone is trying to find common ground while ensuring the children are protected. Paternity is confirmed for the youngest child, but there is no order yet, which leaves a gap in legal clarity. Mr. Blumberg is pushing for joint custody and consistency. The dialogue shows the struggle between cooperation and conflict. The parents are starting to negotiate parenting time and custody agreements. This sets the tone for the hearing as one of compromise and cautious optimism. The oldest child, Jordan, is easier to agree on, while Aviana remains the focus of concern. The judge is trying to balance fairness and the best interest of the children while guiding the parties. The stage is set for careful legal navigation, and mediation is suggested to bridge differences.
Ms. Thompson, is that something you're looking to agree to it today?
As far as Jordan goes, I would be open to week on, week off. As far as Aviana goes, Tony has not had her more than a few hours at a time, let alone overnight. So I would not be open to agree to that as far as Aviana goes. I feel like 3 days maximum for her to start would be doable.
Mr. Blumberg, what are your thoughts on trying mediation to see if the parties can get somewhere? It sounds like they're not too far off.
Yeah, I think that would probably be a useful use of the court's time to order the parties to mediation. And so it sounds like we have an agreement, at least as to Jordan, of both joint physical, joint legal with equal parenting time. And I understand, if I'm correct, that there's a similar agreement as to custody as to Aviana, but the issue of parenting time would be referred to mediation.
Is that correct, Ms. Thompson?
Correct.
All right, so you're ready to move forward with the joint, with the parenting time being week on, week off for the oldest child at this time?
Yes.
Okay. Do we need to address what kind of, when you guys would switch and that type of thing, or has that already been discussed, Ms. Thompson?
That has not been discussed. I'm open to whatever Anthony would like to do. I think Sundays would be beneficial, so we both get part of the weekend.
On Sunday.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Monday to Monday.
My understanding is he is requesting the exchanges on Monday. So every Monday, the exchange would take place.
That would be fine. Then we could do it through daycare as well.
Okay. All right, and I'll take some brief testimony from the parties regarding the portions that isn't in agreement. Ms. Thompson, I'm going to start with you. Would you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
So, Ms. Thompson, are you asking this court to enter a stipulated agreement between the parties wherein you agree that the parties would share?
The negotiation over parenting time is revealing the challenges of co-parenting. With a history of disagreement, the week-on week-off schedule for Jordan is a step forward, while the youngest child, Eviana, remains limited to short visits. The court is emphasizing the need for structured consistency to provide stability for the children. Mediation is proposed to resolve remaining disputes, but the father is hesitant to participate. The discussion highlights the contrast between legal procedure and personal frustration. Each party wants what is best for their children, but emotions complicate decision-making. The agreement for joint legal custody is a tentative milestone, but physical custody for Eviana requires further resolution. The dialogue demonstrates how even small concessions can be meaningful. The parents are learning to navigate communication within court boundaries. The judge is facilitating cooperation while respecting each party's concerns. Scheduling exchanges on Mondays introduces predictability. The tone is cautious, but there is progress toward compromise. The process illustrates how courts manage conflict while prioritizing children. The negotiation reflects both the challenges and opportunities in blended family dynamics.
Joint legal custody for both children, is that correct?
Correct.
And you would have joint physical custody of the oldest child, Jordan, is that correct?
Correct.
And as to Aviana, that matter, you're agreeing to go to mediation to discuss the physical custody of Aviana, is that correct?
Correct.
And for Jordan, you're agreeing the parenting time would be week on, week off with exchanges to take place on Mondays.
Correct.
And do you feel this agreement is in the best interest of the children?
I do.
Have the two of you talked ever, ma'am, about holidays and how you would handle holiday parenting time?
No.
I think we can leave that perhaps to the mediation discussion too, since the parties are going to go there. Mr. Reducci, would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
And sir, are you also asking this court to enter a stipulated order that would give the parties joint legal custody of both children?
Yes.
And as to the oldest child, Jordan, at this time, there would be joint physical custody with a week on, week off parenting time exchanges to take place on Monday. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
And are you in agreement to go to mediation to address parenting time for the youngest child?
I am not open to mediation because I've talked to Ms. Thompson about getting my daughter and she's denied me for having her. I don't feel like we need to go to mediation. I feel like we can solve this and I should be able to get the same as what I have as my son. I'm a responsible adult. She's over a year old.
Okay, well, we can't have that hearing and that decision today. I can give you guys a hearing date if that is what is the request. Mr. Blumberg, are you requesting a hearing date then on this matter?
Yes, Judge, but with the hope that between now and the ultimate evidentiary hearing, the parties can come to some type of agreement. And if they did, we would certainly inform the court of that.
Okay.
The focus shifts to detailed agreements with each parent giving input on practical matters like holidays, exchanges, and daily schedules. The court encourages clear communication and structured arrangements to minimize confusion and conflict. The father expresses his desire for fairness and equal access, while acknowledging the limits for Aviana mediation is suggested again as a way to address unresolved issues without escalating tension. The discussion underscores the importance of documentation and legal clarity. Each party is learning to balance personal desires with legal obligations. The judge is guiding them toward a workable solution while remaining impartial. The testimony confirms commitments and sets expectations for joint custody and parenting time. The parents are gradually building a framework for cooperation, which will benefit the children. The hearing reflects the complexity of family law and the need for patience and negotiation. The legal process ensures that agreements are formalized and enforceable. The parents are navigating a mix of emotion and responsibility. The dialogue highlights the careful planning needed to ensure fairness and stability for the children. The session demonstrates how structure and communication can reduce conflict and support the children's well-being.
So, Ms. Thompson, he's not agreed to the mediation portion. Are you still looking to go forward and agree to the other terms, ma'am?
Yes, I would also like to add, as far as our youngest child goes, I have asked Mr. Produce to take her many times. We've gotten on a schedule where a couple
That's
days
okay.
a week.
That's something I'll deal with that in the
Okay.
hearing unless parties reach an agreement. All right. So,
Okay.
Mr. Produce, note then, we won't do mediation. We will do an actual hearing date then as to any parenting time for the youngest child. Do you feel that this agreement is in the best interest of the children at this time?
Yes.
All right. So we'll set this matter then for April 24th at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. That is to determine the physical custody of the youngest child. The court will prepare the other portions of the order that the parties have stipulated to today. I will withhold making any new modifications to the support order at this time because that actually was based on equal time for the oldest child. So until we know what we're doing with the youngest child, there's no need to make any changes to the support order at this time. Mr. Blumberg, anything additional you think we need to address today?
I don't think so, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor,
Ms.
the hearing that's set for March 20th.
Yes. Thank you. Ms. Thompson, do you have any questions, ma'am?
I do. So going forward until that hearing, how do we go about Aviana? If we can
That's
agree
for the
to
parties.
a time that, okay, okay.
That's for the parties to discuss and figure out. I will indicate that, so Mr. Blumberg, you had a date on for this case on March 20th on your custody motion. The parties don't need to appear for that because we'll obviously hear that motion at the April 24th. We'll have the evidentiary hearing on April 24th at 1 p.m. So the hearing for March 20th at 10:15 is removed.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you both.
The final segment emphasizes setting a hearing date and formalizing agreements for clarity and compliance. The court carefully documents stipulations while leaving room for future decisions regarding Aviana. The parents are reminded of the importance of cooperation and ongoing communication. Legal procedures are balancing the children's best interest with parental rights. The hearing removes any confusion about dates and responsibilities while reinforcing predictability. The judge confirms understanding and agreement from both parties to prevent miscommunication. The discussion shows how structured legal oversight guides parenting decisions and ensures fairness. The parents are learning to prioritize children over conflict and establish consistent routines. The process illustrates the value of mediation and formal hearings in resolving disputes. The session ensures that both children have recognized legal protections and parenting schedules. The parents express commitment to their responsibilities and willingness to follow court instructions. The formal record sets a precedent for accountability and shared understanding. The emphasis on communication and scheduling underscores the practical realities of co-parenting. The conclusion reinforces stability and fairness for both children and provides a foundation for future cooperation. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more courtroom drama updates. Stay tuned for the next case.